Today, we will read more classic stories. Remember, when a story considered classic, it means the story is of a high quality and has remained well known throughout the years. We will begin listening to a story called Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, Part 1.
Chapter 1 Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, Part 1. There once was a poor boy whose name was Aladdin. His father was a tailor. When his father died, Aladdin's mother had to work to earn a living. One day, a stranger greeted Aladdin. "Tell me, son," said the stranger, "are you the son of the tailor?" "Yes," said Aladdin. The stranger threw his arms around him. "My dear nephew," he cried, "your father was my brother. Now I learn he is dead. What a shame!" A stranger greeted Aladdin. Aladdin took the man to his mother. She was surprised. Her husband had never spoken of a brother. Even so, she greeted the man kindly. When he promised to help Aladdin become a merchant, she believed him. But the stranger was not Aladdin's uncle. He was a magician from faraway North Africa. He had come to Persia in search of a magic lamp. It was said that this lamp would make a man rich. To find the lamp, the magician needed a helper. He was looking for someone who would help without asking any questions. He thought Aladdin was just the right person. The next day, the magician came to get Aladdin. "Come with me," he said. "I will introduce you to other merchants." Then, he led the boy out into the country. Aladdin took the man to meet his mother. The magician led Aladdin up a steep mountain. They climbed for an hour. Then, they came to a spot where no flowers grew. "Get some sticks," said the magician. "We will make a fire. Then, I will show you something amazing." Aladdin did as he was told. The magician lit the fire. Then, he threw perfumes into it and chanted magical words. The sky darkened. Thunder rumbled. The earth opened at their feet. There before them was a large stone with a brass ring attached. "Under this stone is a treasure," said the magician. "It will make you richer than any king. Lift the stone by the ring. Then, go down the stairs. You will pass many treasures, but you must not touch them. You will enter a garden. There you will see a lamp hanging from a tree. Bring that lamp to me. Once you have it, you may gather any of the treasures that you see." Aladdin was amazed. He could not believe what he was being asked to do. But he agreed. "Take this ring," said the magician. "It will keep you safe from harm." Aladdin took it and placed it on his finger. The magician told Aladdin what to do. Aladdin lifted the stone. He went down the stairs. He made his way through a hallway of treasures. He was careful not to touch anything. When he found the lamp, he tucked it inside his bag. Then, he filled his pockets with all the glittering things he saw. He didn't know they were precious gems. He was thinking, "I will gather these pretty things to play with at home." All those gems weighed Aladdin down. When he came to the top of the staircase, he could not climb out. "Give me a hand, uncle," he cried. "First, give me the lamp," the magician answered. The lamp was buried in the bag Aladdin was carrying. "I cannot reach it now," Aladdin said. "Hand it up to me," said the magician. "But I can't," Aladdin said. The magician grew angry. "The lamp," he cried, for that was all he cared about. But Aladdin did not want to drop anything. I will give it to you when I get out, he said. The impatient magician felt he could wait no longer. He chanted a magic spell. The stone rolled back, trapping Aladdin in the black darkness of the cave. Give me the lamp, said the magician.
Imagine you have a big, long story or a book to read. A summary is like a short and simple version of that story. It tells you the most important parts of the story in a few sentences, so you can understand what it's about without having to read the whole thing. It's like sneak peek to help you decide if you want to read the whole story or not. So, a summary is like the quick and easy way to know what a big story is all about. In a summary, it will capture the main ideas, omit minor details, it maintain the order of the story, it use concise language, and it avoid of personal opinions. Writing a summary is like telling a friend about your favorite movie in just a few sentences. Here's how you can do it. First, read the book, article, or watch the movie really carefully. Pay attention to the most important parts and what happens. To pick the most important stuff is to think about what's the most exciting or interesting things in the story. These are the things you want to tell your friend about. Now, use simple words to tell your friend about those important things. Imagine you're telling a story to a younger brother or sister. Make it short and sweet. You don't need to tell everything, just the main ideas. Keep it to a few sentences. Don't use the same words from the book or movie. Explain it in your own way, so it's easy for your friend to understand. So, to write a summary, you pick the coolest parts, use simple words, and make it short and easy to understand. It's like giving your friend a sneak peek of the story. Before we write a summary about the story we just listened to, first we would need to identify the important character in the story. Who is the main character of the story? What did Aladdin's father do for a living? Who is the stranger that Aladdin meets? Who is the main character of the story? The main character mentioned in the read aloud would be Aladdin, the stranger, and the mother. What did Aladdin's father do for a living? According to the read aloud, Aladdin's father was a tailor before his mother take over to make a living after he died. Who is the stranger that Aladdin meets? The stranger was claiming to be Aladdin's uncle, but it was a magician in search of a magic lamp. Think of a plot like a story's road map. It's the path that a story follows from the beginning to the end. Just like when you go on a journey, a story has different parts that make up its plot. At the beginning of the story, we meet the characters and learn about where and when the story takes place. It's like saying, once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a brave hero. Problem, then, something happens that creates a problem or a challenge for the characters. This is when the story gets exciting. Maybe the hero has to rescue someone or solve a mystery. Adventure, the characters go on an adventure to try to solve the problem. They might face obstacles or have to figure out tricky puzzles along the way. Big moment, the most important part of the story is when the characters face their biggest challenge. It's like the most exciting part of a movie or a book, where you can't wait to find out what happens next. Solution, finally, the characters find a way to solve the problem or challenge. This is the part where you get to see how everything turns out okay. End, the story comes to an end, and we see what happens to the characters after their adventure. It's like saying, and they all lived happily ever after. So, a plot is like a journey that a story takes you on. It has a beginning, a problem, an adventure, a big exciting moment, a solution, and an ending. It's what makes stories fun to read or listen to. This is an example of story summary about the one we just read aloud. Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp. Story summary. There once was a poor boy named Aladdin, whose father was a tailor. When his father died, Aladdin's mother had to work to earn a living. One day, a stranger claiming to be Aladdin's uncle, but who was a magician in search of a magic lamp, offered to help Aladdin become a merchant. The magician led Aladdin to a remote location and instructed him to retrieve the lamp from a hidden treasure. However, Aladdin was trapped in the cave when he refused to give the lamp to the magician. Today, you will practice on how to write a summary. Read The Frog Prince Part 1 and answer the following questions in the handout 1.1. Then write your summary paragraph.